this evening. Thanks, Sarah. Thanks, Anna. And what a great initiative that you're getting off the ground here in an amazing place in Victoria. So I'm really excited about this. I'm going to speak to the training program. For those of you who have access to the training program that has been set up, it is all online. We're using a platform called Train Heroic. It is accessible via any device, so phone, laptop, tablet as well. So you can download the app and access all of your training from there. All you need to do is create yourself a profile. So email address and create yourself a password. And then within the app itself, you can then enter a code, which will be supplied by Anna and the Great Aussie Hike to then access the programming. When you access the programming, it comes in cycles. The cycles are 6 weeks. So effectively it's 5 weeks of training, and then there's a bit of a deload week in week 6. And that's where training backs off a little bit in preparation for the next cycle. So really important to make sure that your body's resting as well. And then as you start increasing your training, or even if you're keeping the same training load, it's still good to take little breaks every now and then. So at the moment, how the program is structured, and it's totally variable. So the expectation is that you don't do, or you don't have to do every single session that is programmed in. You can decide what you pick and choose from. There's a combination of strength sessions, which are focused on injury prevention mainly, because we know that when you accumulate a lot of kilometers over a short period of time, the likelihood of injury is increased. So just making sure that we are strong in the areas that we need to be strong. All of our stabilizers, particularly the hips, ankles, and those types of areas. So a lot of the programming in terms of the strength is catered to what we might see in terms of common injuries for people doing events like this. Again, there are videos that will help support you working through those programs. If you're not sure what the exercise is, there is a description added, or there is a video added there as well. The other sessions we have are walking sessions, which have been programmed in. So getting outside, getting out in nature, doing your walking. And at the moment, you can actually now gather with a few people and do that walking as well. So that's programmed in 3 times a week. And again, if it means you only do once a week or twice a week, that's completely up to you and how you do that. And the other session is mobility as well. So we've got upper and lower mobility, and they cycle. So one week it's upper, the next week it's lower mobility. And that's just to keep you, I suppose, healthy, the joints, the muscles, and that kind of thing. If you are doing the strength sessions or you are doing your own kind of training, to keep you training week by week as well. And again, not breaking down. So giving your body that ability to rest and recover. So lower intensity sessions. There is a little, some running in there as well. And I know that running is not for everybody. So again, you can pick and choose whether you decide that you want to do those sessions and the intensity that you do them at as well. So they don't have to be a high intensity run. You don't have to get your heart rate up really high. They can be very easy, low intensity, slow runs that you do. And you'll notice if you have access to the programming already, that every week or every 2 weeks, the increase in time for your runs as well. So I'm happy to take any questions in regards to any of the training programming and that side of things. But again, just wanted to reinforce that, yes, the program fills out 7 days of the week, but you don't have to do every single session. I might have strength on a Monday, or typically strength might come up on a Monday, but if you wanted to do that session on a Wednesday instead, because of your schedule and how you want to do things, you can swap and change sessions around. So I just wanted to make sure that everyone was aware that it's not rigid, it's flexible, and it based on your fitness levels as well. So I was trying to get the running sheet up, what else there was to cover with that. Yeah, I guess I probably covered most of that. Sorry.
Is there anything, Krystal, you've got from your experience doing you've done quite a few 100K walks, that you would say that's why you've included in the training program?
Yeah, definitely the strength work. I would say the first Oxfam that I ever did, I'll be honest, I thought, oh, I don't need to train. I'll be fine. I'll just turn up on the day. And I think I did maybe one training walk with my team. And then, yeah, I underestimated a little bit what I should have been doing. So that was definitely a learning curve. I started to get I suppose sore spots, hips, knees, those types of things. And I think that was a result of probably not conditioning my body enough prior to. So I definitely learnt my lesson and then incorporated that for the next three, before the next three Oxfams. And I found that it made a difference. And I found that also afterwards, at the end of the walk, I wasn't as sore and I recovered a lot quicker from doing that. So the recovery afterwards was increased significantly.
How much would you say a 100-kilometer walk is a physical challenge and how much of it is a mental challenge?
Look, physically, I think anybody is capable of doing it. Mentally, I think that's where people are separated, because mentally there are times, particularly during the times of day where you would normally be starting to relax and unwind, and your body is used to a routine like that. And walking through the night, early hours of the morning, from midnight all the way through till sort of 5 a.m. when your body is normally resting, that's a huge mental challenge to do that, particularly when it's dark. You might be separated from your team for a period of time as well. Not everybody can keep up the same walking pace. At times you might need to go a little bit faster. At times you might need to go a bit slower. So you're not really separated by a lot, but at times you are by yourself with your headlight and walking in the dark, and that can get lonely and definitely plays with the mental game for sure. So mental health and going in with a strong sense of you can do it, because I believe anyone can do it, but actually believing in yourself and your ability to do it, and having the support around you as well. Having people that I found really great was having people to meet at stops, so friends and family members, to encourage me to the next stop, and also getting text messages throughout saying, doing really great, how are you going, those types of things. So that was really something that sort of got me through a lot of the tougher sections of the walk.
And that probably brings me to another part of our program, which is the mindset challenges that we'll be setting each month. And they're part of, starting to get that mindset built within your team, so that you do have the ability to support each other out on during the walk. You'll all have ups and downs as you go along, but there's lots of great things that Krystal is putting together as part of the mindset challenges, just to help us getting thinking in a little bit different way over the next 5 months. Our website and our emails and our Facebook group will also continue to start being filled with lots of resources that we're getting in for some great supporters. So for example, we've got Olivia, who's a dietitian in Mafra, is going to be making these kind of little PDFs for you to download off our website, which is all great hints on snacks and nutrition. There's some stuff that we've got on shoes, and we're just going to start building that over the coming months, so that you can really feel that there's lots of resources. And then again, we'll have another info session closer to the day where we'll go through some more stuff